Look at that missile go by. That's funny. Alright, well now it's Andrew's time to play. Now you're on the spot. You have to play it.
Nope. Mega Man Battle Network Collection came out, and I am hellbent on trying to get to beat base for the first time. Then I'll move over to Battle Network 4.
Is that between Rayman 2 and
This is now a backdoor review of the Mega Man Battle Network Collection.
Yeah, so basically, Mega Man is the blue robot that goes and tries to kill Albert Einstein, and well, that's all you need to know.
What? What?
What's her? Ow! What a sound on there. Yeah. I remember when we were kids. Good job. Andrew dropped his Switch like a dummy. Andrew's stupid. He can't play because he's stupid. So anyway,
Oh, finally.
I'm sorry I hardly insulted you, but yeah.
Look at the Aura chip. It's about darn time.
Anyway, I remember like it took us forever to actually get used to like actually getting past this part when we were kids because we were kids and we were dumb. That's because kids are stupid. Do you have a kid? I'll bet they're stupid.
Finally got the Aura chip. That's what I've been waiting
The Aura chip.
Oh, I kind of remember this part now.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember we rented it years ago. It's like the first Rayman game we played was Rayman Advance, which was basically the first one, but with a really zoomed in screen. And the sound is a little weird compared to the other versions.
It sounds a little bit goofy.
But yeah, so like, I remember when we played this, I was like, man, this is dark. I remember, like, we saw commercials of Rayman on TV. And, like, I can remember that we saw those commercials on TV, and those TVs were watched by us of Rayman 2, and Rayman 2 was...
I don't understand what you're talking about. As far as I'm concerned, you want people dead.
Well, I mean, yeah, but... let's see here. Let me get that there thing. Alright. Now it's time to go through the rest of the level. Wait a minute.
I was trying to find Bubble Man in Mega Man Battle Network 3, and I spent so long trying to look for him because of the stupid circumstances you have to find him. I leveled up some stuff, and I have Lord knows how many extra chips that I don't need.
Huh.
Are you hurt? What are you, gay?
Because I'm good.
Rayman, I just want to make out with you.
Well, how big his chin is. Like, a majority of his head is his chin.
Said that the door to the kingdom is near here.
Unless he just has, like, a really big, like, bottom part of his mouth.
Near here.
Near here. That almost whines. Oh.
I'm going to find the entrance and bring back the elixir.
Thanks, little buddy.
I'm gonna find the entrance to him.
I'm gonna find it.
Oh, you're gonna play a little art.
Let's see.
Mega Man Battle Network. See, what we need is a new Mega Man X game. As long as it's done right. I don't know, what do you think of Mega Man 11?
I thought they did a really good job with it, actually.
I was proud to be a Mega Man fan, though. See, normally you'd have to go back to that one with Sam, where that snake thing you ride, to get to this level.
Uh-huh.
And you have to go like an alternate path at the beginning.
Oh, is this in the other... Is this in the longer versions?
Yeah, and like the longer versions, like this right here is a separate level, but in the other version, the longer ones, you have to go back to that one level to do it. Which, I mean, that wouldn't be a problem itself. It's just, you know, again, when the levels like drag out too long and they're not fun. Like literally, I still don't think that like that a lot of these cuts were just because of limitations. I think that it was also because they thought, like, there were probably some people that complained at the time, but then people who were nostalgic for those other versions were like, hey, put these back in for the re-releases, you know. Of course, I mean, whenever they released Rayman DS, it was just like a port of, kind of a neutered port of the N64 version. By neutered, I mean it wasn't as good. Like, I used to play through it, but then, like, I look back at it now, I'm like, I tried playing it in more recent years, I'm like, after playing better versions of it, it's kind of hard to go back to this.
I'm assuming that by neutered, you mean you took it to get fixed, like a dog.
Yes, I had its balls taken off, so, I mean, yeah.
That's the right thing to do.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just like, whoa. It's kind of weird how they have it set up here, but it's doable.
Let's see if I can.
And I think like whoever had the whoever was in charge of doing the PS1 version had like a vor fetish or something, because...
Had a what fetish?
A vor fetish, because...
Vor?
These basically getting attracted to getting eaten.
Ew. That's weird.
And like... So, because like these things, if they grab you on here, if you're like low on health, or if they just grab you, or if you just stand still, they like eat Rayman. But like I don't think they do that in the other versions. This is like the only one where they do that, as far as I know of. And I'm like, well, someone really wanted that to happen, didn't it? But like,
it's a little weird.
See that?
Right.
Yeah. So it makes me think about a lot of cartoonists, like if they have... I mean, sometimes you just got these... You got like Greek mythology, and you got these big monsters that eat things, and it's just like, well, that's just like big monsters. Big creatures might just eat anything they see, but like... Then you got like some that are just like... You're just like, why? Why are they going into this much detail with it? You know, that kind of deal, like, or like SpongeBob. Plankton. How many times has he been eaten in the show?
I haven't really thought too much about it.
Well, once you learn what vor is, it's hard to get it out of your mind, and it kind of ruins it. So, because I know about it, you have to know about it now. It makes you wonder, like, if people just... If someone just... You know, I guess to be fair, in SpongeBob's case, fish eat each other all the time. I mean, you know... I mean, heck, they even pointed out in the show itself, when they had one of those random like compilation ones that they started making after the whole COVID scare thing. But anyway, yeah, they've had a bunch of these like SpongeBob compilation things, like top moments of this subject, you know, like scariest moments, funniest moments, best moments, all that stuff. And of course, the majority of the time, they have the classic SpongeBob.
Well, it am the best.
Yeah, or you know, first 3 seasons. But like they had like one episode randomly had Meghan Trainor because
of SpongeBob.
Because you know SpongeBob and Meghan Trainor, they just go together really well. You know, when you think of the two.
Yeah, sure.
Just like, you know, when that 10th anniversary one had Pink at one point.
Which was really, really strange.
Yeah. At least she sung something that was, like, related to, like,
yeah.
something pirate-themed, and...
some cringe song about scurvy.
Yeah.
I mean, it was total cringe, but, you know, I get it.
It was kind of funny in a way, but anyway. Anyway, at one point, Megan Trainor said something like, talking about the top moments of stuff. She said something about, or the first time Plankton went through a digestive tract or something like that. And I was like, yeah. Because they seem to love doing that. Well, you look at a lot of shows from like a lot of those cartoons from the 90s and the 2000s, or like onward, 90s onward. I mean, they've had it somewhat throughout the history of cartoons, like down to your Tom and Jerry's, you know. But they seem to like overdo it with like the, you know, and it makes you wonder if they have like, because I wonder if like some of these kids that probably grew up and having that, you know, attraction, were probably watching those cartoons.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know why you want me to talk about this, Andrew. But
I did not ask you to. But I know I just did some super damage to this guy. And I'm okay with that. Got him.
Got him.
Got him. Got him.
But it almost seems like if you have a cartoon, it's like a requirement to have something like that. One of the few requirements of having a cartoon is you gotta have some weird thing like that in it.
Any cartoon that lasts.
Any cartoon that lasts, yeah, like, you know. Let's see, is it this? Yeah, it's this way. Why is Mike Wazowski there?
Mike Wazowski.
I was about to say Mike Wazowski's head, but that's like 90% of his body.
Holy frick, that's creepy. This is that weird uncanny valley crap that was a thing in the early 3D era.
Yeah.
Like, isn't this the one where you gotta run away from him?
Yeah, from that.
I remember like never being able to beat that when we were younger.
Huh. So you have gotten farther in this game.
Yeah, I'd remembered. Finally got him.
Or like when you saw that, when you said it was creepy, it was like, this is making me think.
Like angry video game nerd. That's freaking scary.
Yeah. I was just thinking of Danny from Game Grumps when he was like, when he saw the moon. The voyage ends here. I was just thinking about whenever he was like, when he saw the Majora's Mask, the moon on there. Well, I forgot what it was called. And he's like, oh God in heaven.
Oh God in heaven.
So I know we said we weren't going to get all the lums, or I said that, but boy, the temptation is there.
It's like, I know I said that, but man, am I a liar.
I know I said that, but I mean...
I know I said that, but golly, do I like to lie to people.
But I'm a politician, so I just say things to get vote what?
But earlier on Grand Theft Auto, so boy, do I hate the crippled.
It's just like... He's like, I hate the cripple. Man, I hate the cripple. It was like that politician on the radio station is... Well, let's see how far I go without dying. Well, hey, howdy, hey. Just trying to get those lums. See, that was the annoying thing that they did a lot of back in the day, which they still kind of do today because I don't know why.
Yep, I remember, like, trying so freaking hard to beat this.
It's not too hard, I'm just trying to get all the lums. And I still remember whenever it took us 9,000 years to figure out how to get everything in Spiral 1. And one day when I was in middle school, I mean, not in the school, but like middle school age, I randomly picked up Spiral 1 thinking, okay, it's going to take me forever, but I'm going to get started. Now, that was an accident. And then, like, I beat it the day I picked it up, started playing it. I played it all day, but I beat it. I got everything. And I was basically better than Andrew in every way in life at that point. But
I mean, you were also pretty prone to lying. That's the vibe I got. I think the proper term is filthy liar. How about irredeemable liar? Like,
I tell the truth.
Something along the lines of worthy of death, I believe. Something like that, you know.
Well, I mean, if you want death on yourself, then now that's not what I said.
That is not my intention.
Ah, crap.
But if I have to do it that way, I just might.
Right now, it's gonna take for. You know, one thing about bosses that really always gets on my nerves is whenever, is like, so like this it isn't really the case with this guy, but like, whenever you're like trying to do something and like you have to wait for your moment to attack or do whatever you need to do to like beat the boss, and then like they give you like they cause you or something causes you to like not be able to get as close, but like you only have a certain window of time before you have to wait again. I guess it's more so the parts where like it just takes forever to be able to get a hit on the boss, and like it seems like they have so much health.
That's nice.
So, so basically, I'm right, you're wrong, you're wrong. Oh. Let's see. There does seem to be a bit of a... Okay, then. There does seem to be a bit of a problem with, like, some games, like, I know platformers have made a comeback, but, there's been a bit of a problem where they kind of make the levels a little too long. Which is partially why, I mean, it's not quite as bad as how, like, the other versions of Rayman 2 do things, but, like, well, sometimes it's not. But, like, I notice that some levels, even if I love the game, like, I can excuse them for the most part, but they, like Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I love that game. But I will say the levels can last a little too long. Especially if you're trying to get everything. Well, let me put it this way. Mostly when you're trying to get everything, and you can't really do much backtracking.
And by a little, he means a lot.
Yeah. Well, I missed a lum. That's like the boxes in Crash 4. That's a common thing.
I love in the Crash remake how they did the boxes for Crash 1. How as he keeps getting hit, he slowly just keeps falling down.
Yeah.
Until he's just you know, spread out on the ground, just, you know, knocked out.
Yeah. So right here in the other versions, there's a point where he throws that thing to you. And right here when he picks it up and he says you can have all this gold. Rayman, you actually get a choice of whether or not you want to do it. It's a fake out thing because you have to say no to progress, but
You have defeated me.
But you get a new ending.
yeah.
Yeah. Neat.
Take what you want.
So you take who you want.
All I need is the elixir to save my friend Clark.
Clark.
You ran all those risks for a friend.
Clark is a homo.
Your folly amuses me. For your trouble, take this. This is the elixir of life.
Rayman's
Hold on
face.
to it with great care.
Thank you.
So wait, now he's just like cool with you?
I think you're just supposed to beat his challenge. There was a little more detail of that in the other versions of where he's like, well, if you want to have this, then you have to you know. And you have to beat me off. What?
Ew.
And then you come back to this level. This is kind of sort of one annoying thing is that I'm not going to complain about it because I've said that it's okay, or it's not a huge deal in Spyro 2, but it can be a little irritating that you have to backtrack, like you have to do this level again. This is like one of the only levels where you have to do that. But like, but just think about it. This will be a little bit longer, and I think there's like an extra section before this in the like N64 and Dreamcast versions and stuff.
N64, like the console? No, it's N for not going to live for very long.
So wasn't that one of JonTron's videos?
Yes.
Oh crap. Let's see here.
Oh yeah, I gotta go fight Flame Man.
Flames.
Okay.
You remember that episode of Mega Man NT Warrior whenever Gutsman was randomly huge and like they did like a kind of their own version of like the King Kong thing?
Dang it. What?
Do you remember that episode of Mega Man NT Warrior where Gutsman is randomly like King Kong size and acts like King Kong and like picks up roll and climbs a building or whatever, or something like a building?
No.
I can remember something about that, and I was like, yep, King Kong. Either I knew that at the time, or I know now what what's referencing. I like how sometimes it's kind of funny. Sometimes whenever you like open up the or you activate something, it's just and something happens, it just goes doop, 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 doop. Just like a little quiet thing. It's funny and somewhat scary, somewhat uncanny. I don't know. But see, like you have to like do all this stuff again whenever you re-enter the level,
And well, that's just no fun.
and then you come back here and.
Here, Clark. Here's the elixir.
Thanks, little buddy.
Now I can go crush a whole bunch more pirates. Cool, but put me down first, okay?
It'd be funny if you just threw him. Like, just straight up yeeted him.
Whoa, let's just turn Rayman or what?
Oh yes, that just turned him right on.
And then he ends up being a boss battle later on.
Why?
He's hypnotized.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
Wow.
I've loved playing Battle Network on my TV, but it feels weird because
It was made for the
it's made for the GBA. Yeah, made for the eBay.
Yes.
For the other masks. And
eBay. Have it your way.
Out of my strength for a while.
I bought on eBay. Tell me who.
I'll just be a boss battle later.